I think it's time we blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Yeah, the downward kind of checks your CC.
Yeah. Oh, my, what a good setup. Wow, fancy. I thought you missed that L cancel, man. Fair. All right, Jay move. Oh, my God.
What the
Yo, dude, wait. Oh, no.
There's no way.
Hey, welcome to Fourside Fights featuring Deer, Kevin, Dark Gen X, Bonfire 10, hey, citizens of Fourside. I'm Jackzilla, and I know, number one, I'm washed at League of Legends. It's over. Sona one trick incoming for my retirement. Number two, you should go for a walk today. That's you. You should go for a walk today. Number three, the best needle drop of the year is Steely Dan in one battle after another. Number four, top 32 is always better than top 8. Let's go to each side. Which do you prefer? Top 32 or top 8? Let's start with the tournament organizer for Plat Fight Online, Battle BC, and many more, founder of Glint Gaming. And he placed 256th at Genesis X2. It's Deer.
Hi, guys. In terms of which of those I prefer, top 8 versus top 32, I gotta say, me personally, top 8 is where I'm chilling. Top 32, I'm usually still pretty stressed, but top 8, I'm sitting there front row, generally trying to actually watch the gaming and really just relax. So I'd say top 8 for me. But if it's a tournament I'm attending, top 32 is so much fun to just be like on the show floor running between matches. And I've live streamed a couple of matches alongside you before. So
nice.
Yeah.
All right. I don't remember that. Let's go to the SoCal composer, tournament organizer, singer, Renaissance man, Kevin.
Singer. That's crazy. I think top 32 is probably my favorite, honestly. Top 8 is cool and all, but there's so many people who don't make top 8 that are top 8 good at every tournament. So you get more value out of the top 32. I am up.
Okay. His Spotify Wrapped listening age was 3. He's the K-pop Demon Hunters and maybe Melee's biggest fan. It's Dark Gen X.
Best needle drop of the year, Golden in K-pop Demon Hunters, all 3 times it plays, by the way. Second of all, the entire venue is watching top 8. The energy in the room is through the roof. Tears in the audience as Josh beats H-Box for the first time at Don't Park on the Grass. Top 32 is really cool. The statisticians of the stories, but top 8 is where the magic happens.
Okay. And finally, she's got a bounty for $4,100 on her head from the New England Melee TOs. It's my fellow 401k haver, Bonfire 10.
Top 32 is way more interesting to watch. Top 8 might have like more energy and stuff. It's hard to hear that when I'm, instead of watching it, money matching B-bats in the back of the venue. So I don't really care for it now.
Yeah, top 8 is the perfect time to money match if you're trying to actually make your flight money back.
I'm trying to be up there, not watch
That's
it.
right. Welcome to Fourside Fights. We've got 4 outstanding guests today who are going to act as pundits as I throw topic after topic at them. They'll give their takes. If they're entertaining or interesting, I'll give them points. If they're boring, repetitive, or patently unreasonable, I'll subtract points. And of course, I can mute any contestant at any time for any reason. The player with the most points at the end is our winner. They get to commentate the 3 losers as they take it to Fourside in a free-for-all so we can see exactly how their punditry translates to Melee. Let's get started with our first topic, recent events. Cody Schwab becomes, I believe, you could fact check me here, the 3rd Melee player to win big in Japan and NA, following Ken and Amsa with his victory at the Nouns Invitational in Tokyo. He clobbered an ascendant J-Mook in Grand Finals, but it was really impressive to watch J-Mook clobber Zain with some of the best combos we've ever seen on Sheik, one of them featured in our trailer. Given Cody's imminent retirement, will this be the last big event that Cody Schwab ever wins? Let's start with Deer.
Yeah, no way. I think that Cody, like, no way. Just straight up no way. Cody's going to play in more events. He's going to go to more stuff. He's not going to go to everything just because he doesn't have a sponsor for things to go to things. But dude is cracked. And the fact that he won Nouns Invitational without any medication either, like, that's actually so cracked. He was fully...
He was clean?
He was clean. Yeah, it's really hard to
Clean
bring
and sober?
events there. Yeah.
He said it helped him being sober, though. Rather than it being impressive. He said it was better for him.
I think that's just overall, like, as somebody who's diagnosed ADHD and medicated, I think that's really impressive.
He can't be like, I need my medication to be myself, and then be like, but actually, when I'm off meds, I'm even better.
I think that's just something you tell yourself.
I think that's a flex. I think it's a flex.
It's something you tell yourself so you don't freak out.
Like, I'm good either way.
I'm better this way. I'm better this way. I'm better this way.
Come on, what do you think?
I think Cody is the greatest Fox player of all time. First of all. Second of all, I think he'll definitely be back. I mean, all these people get mad when somebody says they're like good at the game. Like, they're not just gonna sit back and watch like Rap him win a major. Like, they're gonna want to step in. Like, it's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, that's free real estate. Potentially. Dark Gen X, what do you think, Justin?
I mean, he just locked in for the tournament. He told me that he refused to eat a single piece of fish before the tournament started. The entire week he was in Japan. That's crazy. You're surrounded by so much good sushi, you don't even eat a single piece of fish.
Why not?
Will he win it?
Why?
That's what I don't know. That's how his mind works. That's why he wins the tournament.
Gaming no cum rule?
Yes, exactly.
Excuse me.
What?
There was a what? Panda Gaming.
Oh, you guys don't know. You guys don't know your lore.
You know, that rule was made for him.
He's a big
fish rule. Yeah, no.
It's because Zain got food poisoning. It's because Zain got food poisoning from fish, so he was scared.
Real.
Zain got food poisoning.
Wait, was Zain food poisoned the whole tournament?
Yeah, that's why he was
Only day
messed
one.
up. Yeah.
No.
He's the GOAT.
But
that's a god tier level John.
He's the GOAT.
True. The Armada rule with retirement is if you announce in advance, you don't retire. Cody's gonna win more events because he's not retiring.
Yeah.
What do you think, Tori?
Yeah, I think he's gonna have at least one more big win. I think if Jmook keeps playing at this level, it's just more likely that Zain gets knocked out earlier. And if Cody doesn't have to play Zain, it's like who's gonna beat him? Because even if Jake's really good, that's Sheik Fox, so it's not winnable. And it's like you got H Box, so it's like it's pretty likely that he gets another win.
Is it just impossible? Should Jake give up?
Yes.
It's like, I mean, the thing is, like, even if they're at the same skill level, it's still Fox favored that Jake has to be so much better than Cody in order to win it. That it's, I mean, I might as well pick another character. I think Sheik can beat most Foxes, but Cody's really, really good, so doubt it.
Okay. Let's move on to our next topic. I saw a bit of chatter online asking, why have this tournament with only one Japanese player in Japan? For me, the answer is pretty obvious, but let's start with y'all. Is it worthwhile to host an invitational with top players who are largely from North America in another country? And if so, where else should we plop one? Anybody can take it.
I'll just start off super quick. I was really sad to see the lack of Japanese representation on the Nouns Invitational stream, even if you did like a community side event bracket or something like that in the venue. Like when I went to Summits, the VIP bracket was so much fun. And like if you're doing it in the scene that has such a strong, not such a strong, they have a scene, they have locals, they have a community, but you're not going to spotlight them, then like, you're right, this didn't have to be in Japan by any means. And there are hitters in Japan that just didn't get any opportunity to like...
They had a chance. It was called the Last Chance Qualifier.
And Goody went and won. Yeah, Goody went and farmed that. But just doing anything to like promote the Japanese scene a little bit more so that it does feel like it's tapped into them. Even though some of my local TO friends didn't even get reached out to, and they're like, the run's running the scene. And it's just like,
maybe. I hear you. Any other takes?
Where else to have it? Canada. More summits in Canada.
It doesn't count.
More summits in Canada. I'll say I agree. Community engagement's really important. Kind of sucks to not have the community involved, but I do think there's a lot of value in creating experiences for Melee all around the world. Having this idea that Melee's like a dream and you can do it anywhere and you can, kind of like see the world through the game and stuff. We need that. But I don't know. Where else will we do it? Maybe like South America would be hard, low key.
Yeah,
South America would be hard.
That's Chape.
True.
Yeah.
Smash bong, a big smash bong.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to talk about Japanese, like creating experiences and Japanese exposure. I mean, Ken versus Bomb Soldier has more views than every other VOD of the tournament combined.
That's what I'm saying.
At the venue itself, the Japanese players were all watching and yelling Falco, and a bunch of the players were playing quote unquote fake unranked. So the top player would sit down at the setup, and then a Japanese player would come and sit down, play a friendly, and rotate out for a random Japanese player. And a lot of the players who were really good got a lot of experience. Like Falpan the Ices was hanging out with me and Nikki and talking about how he was great guy, amazing guy, and he was playing with Junebug and taking games off a bunch of top players. And I think that in person, the Japanese players really enjoyed their time, even if it wasn't as visible outside. And if Goody did farm all the Japanese players, I also think with the Destination Major, we had another one earlier this year in a castle. At Full House, which it's outside of the country, but I think that there is merit in having an event that has a location that's a landmark, even if it's not outside of the country. So
the Poconos, the favorite place for what do you do after the wedding? The what do they call those? Honeymoon. Yeah, the favorite place for honeymoons in the 1980s, according to my parents when I told them I was going there. They're like,
and did you not have a great time?
Yeah. Wasn't like a honeymoon though. Wasn't like a honeymoon.
Probably not.
Okay.
Too many gamers.
What do you think, Tori?
I mean, we're just kind of listing any place now for like across the globe, but I'll go with Europe because I think that a lot of the European tournaments, we don't like they're streamed at an awkward time for most of the US to watch, and then there's like maybe 4 top players from the United States who attend. So I think having actual like an incentive to get like an actually good mix of half, North American top players, and then like really show a lot of the Europeans players against them.
Where in Europe? I'm gonna press you. Let's narrow it down.
I mean, anywhere central that I'm mostly thinking about how players can like actually get there. But if flights are taken care of, that's not as big of a deal.
What's the city you want to go to? Dream with me.
I mean, I wouldn't want to. I was gonna say do Paris, France, or something, but that's not what I would want to go to. I would want to go to Italy.
Okay,
nice.
Let's do it in Italy.
That's hard. Rome tournament.
Yeah, go to
Rome in the Colosseum.
That's what I'm saying. You do it in the Colosseum.
That'd be
rent it out for
events. Are there like who's the highest profile Italian player though? Like I know there's French players, Spanish players.
We'd figure out once we
Ices player named Smarted.
Yeah.
What happened?
Hey, who's the highest profile Albanian player?
I don't think people play there.
Okay,
somebody does.
They're watching.
They don't even have PAL. They got
Survivor, and so they got to get them in the melee next.
Slim Bob out there is going crazy. You just don't know.
Yeah, I think the answer for why I have the tournament in Japan is because it's fun. I think that there's obviously like improvements you can make to like, that's true of any tournament to getting, and in this case, getting the local scene involved maybe more. But like ultimately, I think that it's cool to do tournaments in fun places, and like that's something that I've always been excited about from Ohan events. Is like we're doing it in a zoo. I'm like hell yeah, I want to see a giraffe like after pools. So I'm excited to see where they go next, or if other tournaments get a little adventurous, because as our scene has kind of shrunk, that almost makes it easier to be mobile. Let's see. Next up. Nintendo recently released a list of restricted sponsors for events. We'll put the image up for us all to see and read. Thank you, JD. It's also for the guests. It is in our guests start here channel if you want to have a version that is more readable for y'all.
Got this in my email a couple times.
Yeah, and in your emails, I'm sure. Yeah, from Portland. Here's what I'm gonna ask: which of these are you gonna miss the most to sponsor your events?
Firearms.
You were trying to get that firearm.
Yeah, we were gonna do an NRA partnership with like a Falco only tournament. It was gonna be like the Script 2, where they put all the Falcos out.
Yeah,
energy drinks.
Go ahead.
Well, energy drinks is crazy because I feel like Red Bull is probably the most like it's everywhere in esports and probably the most realistic to get for any TO. So that's gonna and like we had yerba mate, like any kind of energy drink is like why? What does Nintendo have stake in energy drinks? What
can't give out contraceptives at the local.
Yeah, that one sucks.
We had a sponsorship from Durex once, yeah.
Because the hotel
No.
parties go crazy, and
Exactly.
There was a time when Weed Map sponsored Melee tournaments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
I think,
hot fire. Weed Maps Alex 19.
yep. Snash Summit was presented by Weed Maps. Don't Park on the Grass was presented by Weed Maps.
Yeah, and
the one
I
that
was
had, like, the
presenting
tape
my
that
weed
was-
card at the dispensary.
I love Melee.
Yeah, I think for me, this list makes me sad because it's like we can barely get money in this scene, period. And now you're telling us we can't get money. And like, I don't think that we should sell our souls to selling every single crazy sponsorship, period. But like, stop pocket watching us when you're not doing anything is kind of just where my
like some of
mind's
these are
at.
spitting. Like the get rich
Yeah.
quick schemes, like they're kind of spitting on that. But like,
Medify is not allowed anymore. Like, no
I think the
coaching.
one that I want to
coaching
go to
seems so
bat,
relevant.
the one I want to go to bat for the most is advocacy. What the fuck? This is America. I've got a constitutional right to free speech. You can't tell me what the hell I can say on my Melee stream because I put your video game. I can't say, Free Palestine or some other political message. Like, there's been advocacy streams that are for Palestine, for black smashers in general during like the George Floyd protests and after. I think that's crazy that Nintendo thinks that any of this is legal. They just know we don't have the muscle to push back.
Yeah. For what it's worth, they like allow you to apply for exceptions to these. Like, this is not a new list. It's just only recently that PTAS pushed it.
Yeah.
But they're super
Come
anal
and
about
beg.
it.
You could get on your knees
Exactly.
and you can say, please, please.
God damn. I'm so sick of it.
Me too. Me too.
Justin, what are you going to miss the most? I just blew right past you.
I think just generally letter B, video game accessories not officially licensed by publisher or compatible with Nintendo Switch. We lose our HDMI cables. We lose any official controller, like unofficial controller modifications. We lose UCF, and compatible with Nintendo Switch means that anything that cannot be plugged into a GameCube adapter is null and void. So we lose everything. Like, we were back in the Stone Age again.
No USB-C.
This is why we lost
USB
Evo. Like, this
controllers.
list is why we lost Evo. Like, I hope people know that. Like, just
Wait,
straight
for
up.
real?
Because
so
it's
much
sponsored by Sony. Because Sony is not like, you cannot promote Sony or Sony's products at your events anymore. And Sony owns Evo, and the whole Evo is to promote Sony partially. So we lost
What a
Evo for
right.
this list.
I was down
Yeah.
to give them best of one. And then it's still not enough, Let's move on to our next topic. Melee Cashbox has returned illegally, according to this list, with Hungrybox running regular online Melee events for real money. The biggest news from that series was the Thug Finals between Rapmonster and Zain, where Rapmonster defied, I believe in the chat it was like 200 to 1 or 400 to 1 odds to defeat Zain. And then he went and shit-talked Zain on Twitter. What did you make of that match, and what other Thug Finals do you want to see?
First of all, he didn't just talk shit to Zain in that on Twitter. If you saw the set, he joined the call after Zain got demolished, called him free, called him a bitch, and then flamed him for not voting for him for the Now Invitational. Secondly, I think it's great for the scene. I saw so many posts on Twitter, on Reddit, just general, like in Discord, people were talking about that. It was the talk of the town. It had more people talking than several major grand finals that year because of how incredible of a storyline it was. And it was an online locals, like, post grand finals. And it's a little bit Mickey too, because like Zain had been playing Melee for 12 plus hours at that point. He did a first to 50 with some random wobbler into entering the cash box, winning the tournament, and then having to play a Luigi player at 2 a.m. Like, at
While
some
Aklo
point it's
flamed
gonna
him.
get while Aklo flamed him too. Yeah.
Real.
Was Rapmonster not playing 50 games in 12 hours of
No.
Melee?
No, he was doing
Not at
macroeconomics
all.
homework.
Yeah, I was about to say,
he
he's
didn't
doing
enter
math
the tournament.
homework.
Beast.
In
Yeah.
macroeconomics?
Yeah, he was doing macroeconomics homework.
He an
for
econ
college.
major?
Yes. At least to my knowledge.
Hey, wow. Hey.
Is he's in college? He's old enough?
He's
I think
doing
he's like
yeah.
20. He's like
I
20,
gotta get
right?
Rapmonster on this
Whoa.
show. We're gonna do an
thought he
all
was a
economist
child.
episode.
Yeah, I thought he was still like 18, barely.
I don't know. Maybe he's in like first year, second year. Yeah.
What other Thug Finals do you want to see?
Is that for me
I
or for
want-
the chat?
Yeah.
For the chat, yeah.
Rapmonster again. I don't get that was the I think that was
Rapmonster gets a
one of
new
the most
opponent.
hype moments in like the past like post Slippy era because like it's not just like, oh, he went and he shit talked Zain ahead of time, beat him. He like beat him 3-1 in a crazy comeback with enough kills in enough like quickly enough that 3 of them were captured in a single clip, and then ends it with an unnecessary misfire hitting, and it's like this is the perfect storm of everything. I don't know, that was way cooler than anything else that's happened recently.
It was beautiful.
But yeah, Rapmonster versus anyone, I don't get how he does it. So that's just crazy.
Dear, I see you sitting on the fence. You got to get off. You got to get in there.
I got a lot of thoughts on there. I mean, like, I love the Thug Finals concept. Like, I wish we could do more like post-event shenanigans on streams IRL, because that shit would be so fun. Like, after a crazy in-person grand finals, to just like throw down a Thug Finals, but we just never can. So I think Juan needs to just keep this going on the onlines. Other people I'd like to see, I don't know. I feel like just any beef that pops up in the bracket is cool. Like, sometimes you get double eliminated by the person who won the tournament and you're super salty. Like, that person getting a third shot at that person could be fun. But I think that's hype and entertaining, and we need more Aklo shit talking in the background because it made it so much more fun for me too. So
definitely.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Thug Finals are very hype. Very big fan of them. Fun fact, at SoCal Local McLeod's, very common for Fiction to Thug Finals after he wins Grands. He'll just like switch characters and play another Grands. But yeah, my answer is I want to see the rematch of Salt in Your Eye Crudo. The world doesn't know. The world Salt in Your Eye is like a 14-year-old local ICs player that beat Crudo at Genesis in pools, and is the GOAT. And I just want to see that rematch. I want to see if Crudo can win it all back.
His dad goes them to all of his tournaments. And
his dad goes to every
sets.
local with him, records all the sets on the phone behind him.
Yeah.
He also made a. I was gonna say he made Salt in Your Eye a little Icy's coat, like a cloak, and so when Salt in Your Eye beat Crudo, Salt was cosplaying as Popo while handing off Crudo to death in round 1 pools.
It was nasty.
It's just so much more. In front of his dad. In front of his dad.
So nasty.
Going into this year, it was like Aklo is gonna win a major, and so when he came to Full Bloom, we were thinking, this is potentially this is where it's gonna happen, and we had talked about that if Aklo won Grands, we were gonna pull Foxy Grandpa on stage and do a Thug Grand Finals with brother versus brother. And they could split that thick envelope of cash. I would like to see them trot out Ken more and more. He seems to be having a great time playing Melee with all the like new people, and I'm always down for more Ken. He is really good. It's like watching an alien play. It's so cool, and he will randomly be able to beat people that you think he shouldn't.
Maybe if Cleesh wins the local, then maybe. But I don't know if he's
just if Cleesh. So your theory of Thug Finals should be whoever wins, we find their biggest hater. I think that whoever wins the tournament, if you're gonna do a Thug Finals, it should be some kind of community decided thing of everyone who entered the tournament picks the one player who they think is most likely to beat, whoever just won, who didn't play them yet. It can't just be like another set of grand finals. It's whoever didn't play the winner. They have to go and play them. And if they win, they split all of the first place winnings amongst everyone else. They lose it. I love that. That's a good
sort of what Cashbox did. They make it so you vote for whoever gets it.
Yeah, it's a voting. I also think throwing dubs into a Thugs final could be also a cool way to spotlight dubs. Just like get the winner and the loser to then throw in teammates and then play another set could be fun.
That's hard.
Yeah,
that's cool. Hard.
Yeah.
Look at how many ways you can run a tournament. We've barely scratched the surface of all the weird ways that we can make our the animals fight. Let's move on to our next topic. Nicolette shared this graphic on Twitter. We're gonna put it up for you. Following the number of tournaments on the left axis and the number of entrants on total and unique on the right axis. This is supposed to show the story from Start GG of these different numbers over since 2019. So it is entrants, number of events, and unique entrants. And the story seems to be that Melee has seen locals attendance rise dramatically after COVID and then return to a place that's higher than pre-COVID averages were at. I want to ask our pundits, how does this data make you feel? Are we actually in a golden era, or is this just the statistical lies from big local?
I think we're in a golden era of locals, maybe not like bigger tournaments because
Mhm.
especially with Nintendo stuff, but also it's financially just not as affordable anymore. I mean, it was never really good in the past, but the economy's only gotten worse. People are less likely to travel to the United States. But with locals, I think it's kind of the new TOs taking over. Like the older generation is like kind of tapering off, and I think they're just they have more energy, like the younger people who are now have been in the scene for a little longer now and are starting to do stuff. There's like cooler ideas coming out for my local. We have little punch cards for going O2. If you go O2 at 10 tournaments, your next entry fee is free. And
That's
you just
awesome.
Yeah, you go O2, you get it punched out.
10 is kind of a lot.
It might be like only 8 or something. I don't know. Well,
okay.
Yeah, it's a lot. That's like you only get to do that like 3 or 4 times a year, maybe. But we also have like a fun bracket prior to the normal bracket. So if people like show up early, that's like either giant melee or it's like one stock games and you do best of 9, or just like wacky stuff. Rishi's Jungle Jam. They think they're just doing they have more
Who's
ideas.
Who's been winning Rishi's Jungle Jam?
Probably Regex. Probably Regex wins mostly.
I remember Regex.
Yeah.
Do you
I
feel
get there too late to enter.
Do you feel like all that kind of comes together to making it feel more like a party where we're playing video games than like a very like hardcore intense thing?
Yeah, more bars too, I think. I think that has kind of become the more typical venue for tournaments rather than like gaming stores anymore. I think it's just like we're more likely for like the venue to be accepting of that, like, oh, it's getting actual paying customers then, and it's just a lot more relaxed vibe there.
Yeah. Dear, what do you think?
I think that we're totally fine. I think that I don't think it's a golden age by any means. I do think that the scene needs a lot of things that can really help it. But because we've kind of lost our main gathering ground on the internet, like we don't really have one core social place on the internet where our community lives anymore, it's so much harder to feel good about the state of the scene because you don't really get to see it as much. People aren't as like actively, but the people have always been playing, right? The gamers have always been gaming. And for me personally, like, yeah, like our locals are dope. I've really just focused on like just touch grass and see people IRL. I think that as Bonfire said as well, like majors are just getting worse and worse to run. They were already never a great idea to run a melee major to begin with, and now way less people want to do it. Even regionals are not, like, people are not wanting to host a 100 to 200 person tournament when running a 30 tournament is like so chill. So yeah, we need more locals. I think the 19 plus thing, or like 21 plus in the States, is also a big thing. Like a lot of people are now of age that they can go to a bar and do this as a party vibe on a weeknight, see people touch grass. But I also worry about our scene for the younger demographic too. We need like more feeder points into the scene, and I think locals are a great one. But we need to figure out how to make these locals get new players into them, like a fresh, brand new newbie player. And I think that's something our scene can develop more around, like educational content, learning how to like have training and coaching at a local IRL and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All that's to say is Melee's fine, and we will continue to be fine as long as we keep playing. And people are playing, god damn it.
Really quick, just another policy.
Go ahead.
Well, another policy I forgot is if it's your first time at a tournament, it's free venue and entry. So that's also gets a lot of people out.
That's fire.
That's nice. A lot of tournament costs are fixed, and like once you make your money back, you really can just start giving shit away to like help with the marketing. Kavan, how do we get the youngsters, the young impressionable minds in Melee, and what do you make of this locals data?
First of all, I want to say I think we are in a golden age as far as local community goes. I think locals are up right now. I think that if you're involved in your local community, it's never been a better time to be into Melee. Like the only downside is there's not as much like majors stuff to go to, but I feel like most people who aren't at a very high level don't go to that stuff anyway. Or if they do, it's like once a year, and Genesis isn't going anywhere, at least for now, Battle BC's not going anywhere, at least for now. And so like, I think we're kind of in a really good spot. To answer your question of how we get the youth out, I do think it's content. We gotta be on TikTok, we gotta be on YouTube. Yeah. We gotta, unfortunately, like the internet sucks and it's a bad place. And like, I think Smashers know that better than a lot of people in the internet space. But like, we do need to be there to get our image out and to show people that there are cool places to go. But yeah, locals are sick. They're the greatest. Everybody comes to the locals, and we're all friends, and that's the reason the community thrives. In my mind,
We got a sling tent. It's so
Yeah,
hard.
yeah,
It's so annoying.
But I think our
slings.
main base right now is really like guy who just got off work who wants to play some Smash, and that's like it's peak right now for that guy. Like it's peak. You just go to the bar, you get some drinks. You know, like there's top players on the stream. You're playing with your boys. Like you know, it's a great time.
What do you think, Dark Gen X?
I think the graph is deceptive. So I think there are a lot of regions where locals, the Doomer first, locals used to thrive, like NorCal and Texas, where they would have close to 100 entrants at their events and multiple top 100 players, and they get sub 20 entrants now, and their regions are a lot more desolate in regards to locals. In regards to like everyone in total, like is every region in the world having a local a local boom? No. But the regions where local communities and scenes have thrived, like New England and Ass and Midlane and Stock Exchange, where they have built local communities, they are doing amazing. Or was telling me that after Ass, people go bowling and that they are all like really good friends outside of the game. Everything Tori was talking about with the punch cards and the for fun tournaments, the New York City people going to play volleyball and have beach days. A few episodes back, Goody mentioned that New York has lost its aura. And respectfully, fuck that. New York, all the people are friends. They're all hanging out all the time. They go to see movies together. They are building connections outside of the game, and that is what draws people to the local together. It is not just to play video games like with and compete. It's a party where people play games.
Third place. Third place. Yep.
Yeah, that was gonna be my critique of this graph. Is I was like, I'm feeling old looking at this graph where it's like if you're somebody who joined the Melee scene in 2019, you're like line go up. And I'm somebody who joined the Melee scene in 2012. So I remember the line going up the first time, and I think if we had complete data, it is possible that locals attendance in like 2015, 16, 17 was like 5 times what our stable point is right now. So like I'm very happy to see stability. I'm happy to see like a rebound from 2019, but 2019 was like a much more perilous year than we sometimes talk about. And it's a good thing that we've like recovered, but there was a time when you would run a local and you'd trip over yourself and get 100 people. And like half of them would be bringing setups. And I do think that is probably never going to happen again. But I wonder what the graph would look like in totality. I would love to be surprised if it wasn't as extreme as I imagine.
It probably was extreme. Because like Foundry used to exist, Nebs used to exist, SSS, Monday Night Melee used to have like 80 or 100 entrants. There were so many locals that had those
college
numbers you were thinking
locals
of.
Used to get like
college locals
to
college locals. People. One of the things I want to call out that you pointed out that I want to like anyone watching this, like it's so much harder to run a local for a TO these days in terms of the setups. Like back in the day, you could rely on people to bring setups. Now all of that is on the TOs. Like Kevon fucking hauls setups. I have to haul setups. Like I miss that age. So if you are someone going to locals, help your TOs out. If they need you to move a setup, move the fucking setup. Like so much more responsibility has gone onto the TOs now to just be everything.
Which is downstream from Slippy because people don't need to have a setup at home to play.
People don't even have the setups anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. I wish maybe if everybody had laptops, if everybody's playing on their laptop.
No, they'll complain about that too, buddy. They'll complain about that too.
I'm not going to play on a laptop at a time.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to our next topic. Let's do some year in review, okay? We're at the end of the year. We're going to be looking back, looking forward. First off, who is your most valuable Melee player of the year for the growth of the community as a whole? Who is your MVP?
I won't talk long because mine is a free answer. It's always just Zain. I think Zain this year did so much. Like Zain fucking killed it, dude. Like Zain was my #1 watch streamer on Twitch by like a wide margin this year. And I watch other streamers too, like non-smashers. So yeah, the content he's been putting out, all the challenges, the suckathon, bro. I watched all of the suckathon. Yeah. Suck. He's so naturally talented at making funny content and being a cool guy on stream. And he's the best player we've seen. Just like
dude, so I type in chat, he reads it every time. That's my streamer.
So good. Yeah, I always feel so welcome in there. He's so good. Yeah. So Zain is my MVP and will be as long as he keeps doing what he's doing.
Okay.
Real.
Come on, Zain, for you.
I was gonna say Zain, but it did get stolen from me, and I'm a man of originality, and so I'm going to go Moki. I think Moki makes amazing content. Moki's really sick. He's doing a lot for the community. I will say, like, I think because of Zane's like stature as a top player and like his success in the game and his ability to push content and make it about the game and never about him or about his legacy or whatever. Yeah. I think that does make him one of the greatest contributions to the community since the Five Gods era. But like, if we're just talking pure content, hard work, I think Moki's like right there with him. Of like, I mean, half of Zane's content is Moki. I mean, you know.
I was about to say something foul, but then I thought.
Oh, I think I know where you were going. I
was gonna say, you know what? I'll say it. Zain and Moki have done actual more like sweat content work to grow the melee scene than any of the Five Gods did in the Five Gods era. Besides, I think now I caught myself because I was like, Armada did work hard to like get people across to the States. He helped people attend tournaments. But he was not like slinging content. They were all riding on other people making the content for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we take it for granted.
Definitely.
100%. I think my MVP is someone who most people watching this don't know who they are. And I'm sure that Tori knows exactly what I'm talking about. And that would be G-Town Tom. Oh. He's been carrying the New England and East Coast melee scenes on his back for basically a decade. He flies people to events. He provides people TVs. He does the PR data and spreadsheets for basically every single New England state. Mm-hmm. He always makes sure his region and all of the people who have left it are still like encouraged to keep playing. Like people like myself and Casey and Dr. Lobster who made top 100 after they left New England. Like he still checks in constantly and tries to get them to go to his events. And he is encouraging this entire generation of like 600 plus players in his state to continue becoming friends with one another, building up their Discord, going to all of the different locals and regionals and like checking in one by one. Like he does this so much, and it is baffling to me how much effort that one man has put into the scene. He's retiring in January, and his final event, Sunset Melee, has about 120 entrants so far, including people like Spark and Kadorn who are flying out because he has touched their lives. Like he drives people through the cold. Yeah. He's driven people in the cold. I think it was Wizzy. He drove through the cold in a blizzard because he wanted to make sure that Wizzy got to CT GamerCon in time, and so he could play people. Like no one has that level of dedication that G-Town Tom does, and I don't think I would still be in the scene if it weren't for him. So. Yeah. It's beautiful.
Real, very
real.
Go
to Sunset Melee.
He's the GOAT.
Yeah. I mean, from someone from New England, I have to, of course, shout out to G-Town Tom. He's the GOAT, and I can't use him as an answer now. But I still was actually thinking of Zain first in terms of introducing people to the scene. He's been trying that. He's been kind of trying out making streaming work as a career for like a few years now. And I think it really picked up in the past year though. And that content, I think, started off with the person who I'm actually going to say is the MVP player of the year, which is his sister Henna, who I think started kicking off that like the banter they had between them. It wasn't like, you know, having a single streamer versus having multiple people, even just two, is like a very different dynamic. And I haven't seen a lot of dedicated Smash streams that are at a top level like really doing that. Maybe just like showing two people playing and it's just the gameplay, but not like funny little challenges and again the banter and actual, you know, interesting dynamic between them. So
yeah, and she's she's really really funny, and
she's our parasocial big sister.
She went to Supernova, so you know she's attending tournaments.
There you go.
She went to National.
Let's move on to our next topic.
Oh, wow.
Which event was your favorite to go to, and which was your favorite to watch at home as a spectator?
Nouns Invitational, best event to watch at home. Just, you know, recency bias. I mean, I couldn't go. I mean, of this year, probably. It was great. It was great melee. It was just melee all day. Ken Bomb Soldier happened. Like, it was just really exciting time, I feel like. Favorite event to go to right now, Battle of BC.
Nice.
No plug either. It's just all natural.
Appreciate it.
Wonderful event. I think my favorite event to also with the event to watch because it's a little less crazy. Let's Make Moves Miami. I think the grand finals between Moki and HBox Game 15 was they're all of their sets. That was one of the best sets of melee of all time. Completely back and forth down to the wire. Amazing set. My favorite event to go to by far was the New York City Arcadian. E-Poodle putting down stacks of dollars on his favorite 2-in-2ers. That Simpsons gif of people watching the monkeys fight. There's so many storylines. Like, so many local players will tell you, not even just from New York, their favorite event is the Arcadian. Django Fett, Django UU, W, Greatest rapper alive, PR Bound Falco, the Rishi Slayer, did a performance before top 8. Like, he performed a rap show for like 20 minutes before top 8, had a mic plugged in and everything. It was crazy. Like, if you are part of your local scene and you don't pull up to the Arcadian, you are missing out so much of what makes Melee the greatest game of all time.
Okay.
For attending, I think Battle of BC. Battle of BC is the only venue I've been in that has the same kind of, it's giant open space like a convention center, but the ceiling is like, it's like a canvas or something. So it lets in natural light.
Oh.
And it's such a unique feeling to play Melee, and you're not in a room with fluorescent lighting where you're like, it's either 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. and I don't know. It's a really good venue. And also Vancouver was just like a really cool city. I think the layout's awesome.
Yeah.
It sucks that any restaurant is selling an entree for a minimum $50, but it's a pretty nice city.
50 CAD
No?
though.
It's
50 CAD.
It's CAD. Yeah.
Fake money. Play money.
They're funny money.
Play money. That's like $30. It's
yeah.
like $25.
Favorite tournament to watch is just Genesis, because it's just the one that is the top 8 I do watch, because for one, we have to move out of the venue and into an actual theater. But even watching from home, it's like it's the big tournament. It's the one that starts off the year, and it's like I think has the most prestige.
H-Box was crying. It was crazy.
It was crazy.
That was crazy.
Mid-set crying is fucking insane.
The
content that
matchup,
generates.
is super duper down to the wire.
Yeah.
For me, the recency bias, like I'll just copy. I'm honestly just going to copy Kevon's answer here. Like recency bias, watching Now Invitational was a lot of fun. For me, the time zone thing was interesting, like getting to watch it late at night every night. So it wasn't that bad, but I was out last night on Saturday night. So it was like Saturday 3 a.m. and I'm at an event in the club, like pretty lit, and like watching Melee on my phone with random people in the smoke circle. And that was just a great experience.
Were there other Melee players, or were you converted?
No, non-smashers, but who were just like, who know that I'm into this stuff, who were like down to watch some of it with me. So that was fun. I like getting to share the Melee too.
I'm always fascinated by this. How do they take it?
Oh, they think it's so hype. Like they are just like, oh my God, like they think it's cool. At least they make it feel like they think it's cool well enough. No, they're just fascinated by it. They know that like fighting games and Smash Bros is my world and that we play this professionally, and they want to see what it looks like. So when they get to see it and share that excitement, it's nice. And Smash is really nice to just watch for a casual, because you can just see, oh man, Fox just like beat the shit out of Marth, like straightforward.
And your favorite to go to was your own tournament?
I mean, I would definitely say that, but I can say in terms of the tournament that I went to, I didn't travel to enough tournaments this year. Like I enjoyed all my local things I went to. Genesis was so much fun as usual. Hanging out with Shep and Kevon was good. So yeah, I mean, the boat party at Battle of BC, really, I say this to everybody on that boat, but like that boat is the only reason I continue TOing every year. The only reason I can keep doing any of this is because during that boat, I have the feeling of like, this was all worth it. This was so much fun. Yeah. Everyone's having such a good time. I cry on the boat every year. So like, it really does inspire me to do it again.
Yeah.
So
dude, I feel like every major TO has a story like that, where it's like, for me, it's like going to the bars after right down the street for Full Bloom, and you just, oh, they got you out juiced up on that sense of belonging. Oh, you're just so juiced. You're like, this is we evolved to hold each other.
We were made to do this.
And we don't do it in this atomized society. Okay? Yep. And then sometimes you get a little glimmer of what we used to have as monkeys, and it makes us so happy. Anyways, let's move on to our next topic. Which players are you buying stock for in 2026, and who are you selling your stock in?
Jmook. I think Jmook was fucking amazing this tournament. I didn't get to watch it live. It was too late, especially on East Coast, but I watched it, the VOD back the next day. And I did have it spoiled that the grand finals was Cody and Jmook, but I was watching through losers, watched Zain versus HBox. It ended, and then I'm like, okay, let's click ahead to see Zain versus Jmook now. And I clicked a little bit ahead, and I saw Jmook versus Cody. And I'm like, oh, wait, did I go too far? And I went back again, and it's like, oh, it's HBox Zain again. I'm like, did Zain DQ or something? And then I found it. I found the set. It was like 11 minutes. Yep. And it was crazy. It was like, oh my God, Jake was playing phenomenally. I think there were moments where he could have also beaten Cody. It's just that you have to play literally 4 times better than a Fox as a Sheik to beat them. So I think he's going to do really well, especially if Cody is winding down and not going to as many tournaments. I think Jake is the player to watch.
Yeah, he's got to learn to be more content pilled, because if you went to the bathroom at the beginning of Zain Jmook, it was over before you were back. If you're having a particular day, you know, if you're not regular. Dear, what do you think? Who you buying stock in? Who you selling?
I think that in terms of buying, there's quite a few players on the rise. I think just like super kind of random answer, but someone whose results I've followed for a while, who's killing it these days, Preeminent. Preeminent, I think, is going to have a crazy 2026. Has always been good, only getting better. Won some crazy shit recently. In terms of selling, and of course Jmook I would buy too, but like in terms of selling, sad to say, kind of ready to start selling my Amza stock. I've been an Amza believer for so many years. I love him so dearly. He like stayed at my house. Like, he's a deep cut friend, but like him getting last place at Nouns Invitational really hurt my heart. And I don't know if he's got it like that to the extent, like, I don't know if Hamza wins a major again, but like, I really hope to be proven wrong. I hope he like triple down locks in, but for 2026 right now, my Hamza buy-in, sadly not there.
If you bought AMSA at the same time as you were buying AMC stock, you're in a very similar place right now. It's bad.
No. Yeah.
All right. Kavan, who you buying? Who you selling?
I think I am selling my Axe stock, believe it or not.
So high.
Yeah, it was. yeah, I'm selling now because I just don't. I don't believe in Pikachu. I believe in Axe. He's a great player, but I don't really believe in Pikachu. And he kind of got IC'd up at Nouns Invitational. Kind of got like all the unfavorable matchups, and it was kind of rough. As far as buying, I always buy fiction stock, no matter what. We buy anyway. They'll never convince me not to. Even he won't convince me, unfortunately. And then I got to buy some OG Kid. People don't know, but people haven't been talking about it. OG Kid beat Wizrobe during Nouns Invitational. Like, just nobody, like, very quietly, like, 3-0'd Wizzy.
The 3 stock too during the it was a monthly.
It was at another tournament happening like a monthly somewhere else during Nouns Invitational, so nobody was really talking about it.
I didn't know
OG
this.
Kid like 3-0'd
really
Wizrobe.
crazy.
OG get 3 stocks Wizrobe in 1 minute. The
last game was a 3-minute.
Was Wizrobe asleep at the wheel? Was this?
Wizrobe was playing not very well, admittedly.
OG beating Nun Joshman too. Like, he's also cracked in doubles. Like, beating Nun Joshman is not a small feat. Like, those guys are good. He beat the 1v1 against Nun. That's crazy.
Now he's gonna be dropping content and beating top players.
Is he gonna get rank 6-7?
I have him.
He's higher than that.
I have him 68 on my ballot right now. I think he's going to end around 65, 70.
You're landing the plane. All right, Justin, who you buying, who you selling?
Okay, so I think that I'm going to go off of what was just talked about. I think I'm selling Captain Falcon as a whole. Because, like, S2J is inactive. Wizzy just got 3 stock by OG Kid. Salt's not traveling as much. Nun's really inactive. I think Falcon is going to be in a place very similar to where Falco was in the beginning of this year, where we're just not going to see a lot of the top Falcons playing the game. And I just think that the meta right now it's not as favorable for Captain Falcon as a whole. You know, like, people are figuring out how to edge guard him a lot better. The Punisher's getting much better on Falcon, and the Falcons aren't really fighting back. Just gonna be real. I think that Falcon used to destroy Ices, and now all of the Ices are beating Wizzy. You know.
Yep.
So,
what about Oz? You don't think the Oz is gonna come out of nowhere?
The Falcon Oz? I think Oz is pretty good. Oz is on track to getting Masters PR, but I don't think that's like top 100. You know? Yeah,
Oz is unreal in League of Legends, and so I assume that he's got that dog in him to like keep going until he's top 100 or something.
He's got solid wins. I can see it in like 2 years. For who I think's gonna rise though, between Requiem and Big Dog, he won 3 sets on Graves. He has sets on Stiv, Chango, Kawmaster. He beat Salt at a regional this year and won a flight to Genesis. I'm talking about Daki. Top 30 during the SCL days. There was that one set where he farmed Aklo and just decimated him, a PNW legend. And for the first time, I think he's actually going to be traveling this year. He got 17th in the Battle of BC as well. He got upset of winners by some random wobbler. And then unfortunately got the Joshman draw on losers. But 17th at a major is really, really good. I think people are going to finally see Daki where he truly belongs, in a top 30 slot at the end of the year in 2026.
Okay, very cool. And then we've got another one here, another topic. Will 2026 be the year? I'm acting like I'm surprised. Oh, look at this, another one. Will 2026 be the year of the West Coast? Will Pat's House and Don't Park on the Grass come back? Deer, please, can you bring them back? Both of them.
Pat's House,
House is all Georgie.
Yeah, I can't speak to
could be
Pat's
you.
House, but I hope
How
that
much money
Pat's
you
House
got?
is coming, and I'm gonna do everything I can to support Georgie. Georgie's my boy, and I wish we had more West Coast stuff. I can't speak to anything in regards to a Dome Park coming back. Like, it's just, I think Washington needs more. Could definitely use a major. I feel like even if Port Priority started adding melee, we could cook that into melee major together. But
Okay.
right now, I don't have anything that's explicitly pointing like West Coast is going to be so back as the main spot. But it doesn't sound like East Coast is also like particularly popping anymore for majors. Like overall, it's not a West Coast East Coast thing. It's like our scene having big events. Is it going to pop?
I don't need them to be big. They just need to be.
Then yeah, West Coast is gonna continue growing. Kevon's doing cool shit down in California. I'm gonna keep building BC.
All right,
Someone's gonna do
Kevon,
more
are
stuff.
you my savior? I thought Deer was like the financier.
No, that's really
Oh,
funny.
actually, I have something in West Coast. I'm doing something West Coast. Yeah.
Something secret in West Coast.
You see that list of sponsors you're not allowed to do, and I see your face fall. You know, just the bags you can't get.
It's really
I
funny.
can't even try and get.
You are a
but-
wheeler and dealer.
It's true. I got something beyond the West. There'll be something more in the West, hopefully, in the fall, but not in Washington.
I think
Kevon,
I
what's
do
going
know
on in
what Kevin's
SoCal
talking
next year?
Ugh, that's really tough. I have like a silent agreement with the good people of my community that I run all the locals and somebody else has to do the rest. But no, I'm just kidding. I'm down. We had SoCal Sweep recently. It had the potential to be more of like a regional with a lot of out of region talent, but I feel like a lot of people didn't really know about it. But within the community, it was really sick. I'd love to see some more stuff like that. I don't know what Georgie has cooking up or what Top Shelf has cooking up, but I will say that I see the potential for some really big events in 2026 in SoCal.
Okay. Dark Gen X, Bonfire, do you have any opinions on the West Coast and West Coast events next year?
As someone who hung out with Kadoran in Japan last weekend a bunch, I and several other top players at Invitational cannot speak to Pat's House coming back.
You're doing this thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna be quiet.
I'm
so
sworn to
quiet.
secrecy. I'm sworn to. You liked Scoops.
Then why did you wink at the camera, smile knowingly?
He's flirting with me. I get it.
Exactly. But
Irresistible
to the
smile.
question of will West Coast events come back, they are not gone. West Coast this year had
True.
Salami Chud League, Genesis Black, all of the
Salami
Deer
Chud League's
events, Big Dog, Carnival Clash, Retro Game
SoCal
Con,
Sweep,
Genesis
Big
Black,
Abby.
All right, I
SoCal
guess what I
Sweep, Big Abby.
specifically mean is an
Abby.
event that Zain wants to go to.
But
Hey.
yeah, well, first off, yes, and second of all, I think that the fact that there are multiple 100-person regionals in the West Coast
Yeah,
that the
it's
local
amazing.
scenes are attending is good. I think that just because there aren't majors happening in a specific spot or events that we as a community classify as majors, or that Moki and Joshman and Zain decide to go to, doesn't make them extremely unimportant. I think it's great for West Coast that there are so many smaller events that are popping up, and I think that West Coast is not dead. There are so many good players there. You know?
Yeah, to be clear, I think my opinion on like what events matter is just which one has the most people there. I think that is the source of legitimacy for any event in the Melee scene. So I don't mean to say that they're doing something wrong for Zayn not to be going, but perhaps we need to stop looking at like the classification of an event to get players out. Like if you're
hate it.
regional,
I hate it
It is
so
bad.
much.
has
It is
has
bad.
150 people, like call Zayn and see if he wants to come through.
Yeah.
Like just try, just call him.
I'm saying is if Zayn came to McLeod's, it would be a movie.
Altitude sickness in the beginning of the
Probably's
year.
not winning.
Colorado had a regional
in
the beginning of the year.
People screaming at him that he sucks. Let's see how he does. None
J-Move
of this
beat
stage
Cody
business.
in Colorado at altitude sickness in front of 150 people, and it was an awesome time.
There you go. Yeah, I think that's fair. All right. And
I'm-
finally,
Tori.
Okay.
sorry.
Skip
sure.
Tori.
Yeah, man. I don't think that I'm not a TO, so I can't speak on it. I just know from a player perspective, especially as like somewhat higher level player, I think you'd attract more people, especially people like Zayn, if you just ban Pokemon Stadium and notches. I think that'd be a great solution, and you should try it out. They're cheating. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just gotta
Yeah,
I
get
can turn any
Pokemon
topic. I
Stadium.
can turn any topic into a notches or cheating topic because I didn't have an opinion on that one, but I
That's
do have
real.
a
It's real. So
That's
funny.
pretty good. That was slick. And finally, this episode will be airing at Platfight, which does not feature Melee. Why no Melee? And I'll throw a bone to the Rivals people. How exciting will it be to see Rivals 2 on EVO's main stage? Do any of you care about that?
Yeah, I'll answer the clear one. You say, yeah, of course we care about fucking Rivals at Evo. That's huge. But the one that you specifically asked about, like, why no? Of course, I can't run Melee online ever again. And that's just the sad reality. Gallant Melee Open was great. I loved Gallant Melee Open. It was what kept my company.
Why are you a coward and HBox is brave and strong?
Because I run a corporation that can be pulled after and don't have HBox money. Have you seen how many subscribers that guy has? I don't even have... Like, yeah. So I mean,
Instead of corporate lawyer money,
I can't risk losing Battle BC dying or any of these things dying because I wanted to be a martyr for that. Like, Battle BC is so much more than just I can't trade Battle BC for an online Melee tournament. It's just the reality of it, and like that's just the sad state we're in.
Yeah, they were gonna throw you in prison, and Battle of BC would be taken away. It'd be a damn shame.
It's the reality of it. Yeah. Rivals main stage Evo is fucking huge. I don't think they're going to get into the arena, but I hope that we can prove them wrong because it's done based off entrant counts.
I didn't know.
Yeah. Maybe not
I'll
everything makes into arena. Top 6 only. Yep.
Check out my elephant.
What's the name of the elephant, Jack?
Loxodon. Oh, sorry.
No, I'm trying to
Sorry.
elephant. Check out my beetle. Like, no.
What's the elephant's name?
The exact. Wait, did you not hear your say it?
No, I did. I'm sorry. That was it was a delicate bit to execute. And
Thanks.
I don't know.
Dark Genix, what do you think?
I think that Plup becoming one of the few people to win multiple Evos is going to be really fun to watch, and I'm going to be very delighted to watch that either in Vegas or online. I think Rivals, like, first of all, being able to give more platform fighters a spotlight at Evo is always a great thing. There are players from Melee and P+ and from the Rivals community who interact with the Smash scene, and it's always good to lift everyone up. And a lot of our Smash comrades, like Wisely, get really great opportunities from being more visible at Evo. And it's turtles all the way down. If sponsors like Rivals, events with Rivals are going to have Melee and Ultimate at them, it's good for us as a whole. We should root for them as they root for us.
100%.
Also, like, who's going to say that Rivals being at Evo is bad? Like, is there an argument
You
for
gotta
that
be
at
like
all?
a hater. You gotta be like a hater.
I think you could say it doesn't matter. I think you could say, like, it's fine. It's like they're the token platform fighter because Melee has been locked out by Nintendo, and they'll never reach the heights that we reached before. There you go. I just did it.
But it's not a bad thing for Melee.
No, I think that's fine though. That's great for
It's
us.
nothing to do with
Yeah.
Melee. It's just a sign that we have been
It has
decimated
plenty to do
by
with
legal and developer intervention. And in a world that is natural and good, we would be rocking 3,000 entrants at Evo still.
For me, it's the League of Legends to our Dota, right? Like, it's like that to me, the relationship we have with Rivals, except it hasn't become bigger. So maybe that's not the exact one, but like, yeah, maybe it's not the best example. Never mind. But like, you get where I'm going at here.
It's the easier
Yeah.
game. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I think it's cool.
I think it helps us. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Loxodon. Loxodon is the first time I felt like I understood why Ultimate players put their character mains in their like cover photos on their Twitter or their banners on websites.
Have you seen CPU Zero's Discord?
Oh my god.
He's double puffed up.
There's
It's fleet. It's fleet. Everything about him is fleet.
I found of Loxodon and he's smoking a giant cigar and I was like, that guy rocks. I love this guy. And I've never been that kind of person, so I haven't played it in a while, but I'll pull it out for Loxodon. I feel like a true casual.
I think it's really hype that Rivals has made characters that people feel so passionate about. Like, all these people around like Melee are like, oh man, how can you make a game that's like anything like the popularity of Melee if you can't make Nintendo characters? And just like, you care about this elephant a lot, man.
Yeah, I think he's the only one I care about. I think the rest are actually,
and that's fine. Nobody else matters at all to you.
As long as you have yours,
You only gotta play one.
Yeah,
there's literally no personality in a single one of these other freaks.
Hey,
that's true.
I think I think it's also a good chance for Sonic Fox, like our best chance for him joining any platform fighter community. You know, he sees that
Justin
as
Wong,
his own.
Justin Wong downloaded the game too the other day. He tweeted, "I just bought Rivals 2 after seeing that trailer." So like, yeah.
That's cool. Which non-melee platform fighter do you wish got more airtime? This is our final topic. Let's start with Kavan.
Nasby 2. Nasby 2 is the best platform fighter besides melee.
Tell me more about Nasby 2. Make your pitch to the good people.
It's goated, bro. They have meter. They have like you can do air dashes. You can cancel any move. They have supers, and it's like not boring or lame. Yeah, it's a little lame, but I mean, like in the same way, melee is kind of lame. I keep saying it's kind of like melee if everybody could do perfect 0 to deaths. Like who is decent at the game?
Is that fun for the people who play?
Yeah, it's really fun.
Okay.
It's really, you gotta trust. You gotta trust. If you don't believe me, you gotta tune into Plat Fight this weekend.
Okay.
All right. You don't believe me? You watch Nasby 2 on Plat Fight.
Yep.
Evan's last point about everyone being able to 0 to death, it leads into my answer, which if you can imagine a game that had more viewers than doubles at both collisions, despite doubles being listed as a major event and this event being a side event, having its own ranking, its own community, legitimate states, its own punish game. Every player, there's the Dark Atma tweet where it's as if every single player has an Armada level punish game and the characters are gigantic. It's like Godzilla fighting King Kong. Every single Peach is Armada. It's giant fucking melee. Giant melee is better than doubles. It is its own platform fighter. It is unironically it is more balanced than melee in some matchups. There's so much unique creativity you can develop with punish games. It's a bunch of shit to your characters end up being good. It's wonderful.
All I want to do is see you turn into a giant woman.
Giant woman.
All right.
What I want to see more of, which I won't see more of, is Rivals of Aether. The first one. Yeah.
The first one?
Yeah.
Okay. There are Rivals 1 lovers out there.
Taking a platform fighter and saying, what are the 2 most dog shit elements that everyone fucking hates? And it's the things they added to Rivals 2, shielding and grabbing. Why do we want those things?
And
They're
a
terrible.
Z-axis.
Oh, sure, that's fine.
Why do we want
that doesn't
those
come up that
things?
much. But it's like, oh wow, it's I don't want to get hit. Okay, then fucking move. Why are you standing here with a shield? I'm
As
gonna
a
hit you
Sheik
now.
player, you don't like shield or grab?
I'd never do. Oh, I'm awful at tech chasing. I'm in the air like 90% of the time. Have you seen? Remember when those control stick heat maps came out?
You and
I had nothing was down. I wasn't crouch canceling at all. I'm in the air.
That's beast.
Yeah,
that is beast.
That's fair. For me, for Plat Fighters, Smash Remix is honestly one that came to my mind. Like, I actually really enjoy watching random 64 clips, and actually there's a pretty big scene for 64 on the internet that's like really detached from us still. Like, I get random YouTube algo pulls of like Japanese 10v10 Smash 64 like crew battles and stuff that are pretty hype. I hope that Smash 64 keeps getting more eyes. Smash Remix specifically would be dope, because I also love watching like crazy combos by characters that aren't in base Smash 64 and just seeing how they play in that game. There's a lot of platform fighters that need love, and I can't wait to see them all this weekend. Like, deadass, like at Platfight 1 last year, like I got to watch a lot of games that I hadn't seen at the high level, played at a high level, and played by their community, and like feel the crowd energy and all that kind of stuff. And like, it just continued to remind me, like, I love platform fighters. I love the genre and what it does, and more platform fighters on main stages is what I need to keep seeing. So,
nice.
But if I had to see one more, 64.
Okay.
Which we're having
You
at
guys
LBC this year.
Y'all have Slap City, right?
Yes. Yeah, we do.
We do.
Okay. That's what I'm looking for.
We got 11 games, 11 unique
11
platform
games
fighters. Like, dead ass. Like, it's actually pretty surprising to me. We have 11 unique different games at our event.
All right. We are now at our tiebreaker. For those of you who are new to the show, the way the tiebreaker works is we go from least points to most points is the order of being able to answer, because in general, answering last is great, because I can't remember, what people say when they say it early. This is a close enough game that everybody is still in it. You can impress me here. You can fall flat, but let's see what's going on. The tiebreaker question. What would you get me for Christmas? We'll start with Kavan.
I would get you a limited edition Wolfpack vinyl and a fox who wants to die a lot, wants to get thrown off stage by Marth. And he's just down for 6 hours. He just sits there with a smile on his face and like runs into all your combos. He has like bad DI. It's great. And you just listen to Wolfpack and combo a fox all day on Christmas. It'd be great.
Shit. That's really good. All right. Dear.
I've been talking to some informants recently about what we should potentially get you for Christmas. And I got to say, the real deal answer for me is a lump of coal, man. I know what you did.
He knows about the allegations.
I can't say much more on the stream. But
Anything I did, you did with me. Okay, so let's make that clear. We were in the room. All right, Dark Gen X.
I would buy you. You know how on Times Square you can get a billboard for like X amount of time? I would get 2 billboard slots, one saying go watch Fourside Fights with the Twitch link, the YouTube link, and every other social media you can imagine, and the other one being go to Full Bloom 2026 or 2027, whichever the closest one is. And using that advertising, we will make the greatest super major of all time.
Oh, Justin, it's very thoughtful, but both of those things gave me an immense amount of anxiety. I hear where your head is at, but the idea of Fourside Fights getting more than 9,000 views is a little scary to me. Bonfire 10.
I'll get you the full volume set of One Piece manga.
Wow. That's what I want.
No.
It's actually
maybe for the first time in this show's history, the winners have flopped, and Kavan with the perfect answer comes back. Kavan, you are the winner easily.
Thank you.
Of this tiebreaker and of our pundit battle. The 3 others, let's get into Slippy and get our battle ready, as you are going to commentate these losers on Fourside.
Go for it, yeah. Bonfire's starting off.
I'm getting off the wall.
All right, you've won. You've won Fourside Fights.
Help me, Bonfire.
Oh my god.
Kavan, is there anything you want to shill before we get into pure commentary?
Go to your locals. Check out Plat Fight this weekend. You know,
Nice.
and spread love and peace all around the world. Right?
I don't think in the history of the show, the last place person has ever won the tiebreaker. Even though I always say it's possible, it has almost maybe never happened.
I felt like I was gonna win today. There's just something in my.
You said it from the start.
Oh yeah, I did say like I'm not gonna be playing because I'm going to win, which is unfortunate because this does look like some beautiful melee.
I was thinking, generally I wouldn't want a fox that was like bad, but like the idea of like on Christmas Day, just sitting around and comboing somebody that is like running into all your shit and makes you look good. I could do that.
You want to
one
sweat.
day.
You want to feel like the goat. You want to listen to good music. Feel like the goat. Spread some Christmas cheer.
Oh, and the vinyl, yeah.
See, you messed up with the Wolfpack talk. That's what got me. I was like, oh, this is easy. Who doesn't want to listen to some good music and play some melee on Christmas?
Yeah,
That's
I'm a big. I even like the Wolfman stuff, the solo albums from Jack.
Oh yeah.
He's got some good ones.
forgot
The
about
cover
those.
of Alone Again Naturally is really good.
I gotta check that out. I'm not crazy, right? You make music also too, right?
Not really. I mean, I did during the pandemic a little bit, and I made this song that is in the background here, but it's just like a remix of the song from then. I like to play more than I like to make, and
I feel you.
Yeah. I used to play a lot of piano. Now,
Nice.
not so much because my hands hurt.
Piano's the one that'll get you. I feel like. It's
I
funny
traded
because Vox
all my
propaganda
piano
makes
skill
a
for
lot of
Melee, unironically.
I wish I could trade some of my music skill for Melee. That'd be great. Suck less of this.
Are you an O2er? What do you mean?
I'm not an O2er. I'm just better at the other thing for sure. I mean, like, music's my job. So, like, not good enough to do Melee for a job.
Yeah, well, I think you should
be nice.
I think you picked the right spec sheet.
Yeah, I'm not saying I want to do Melee full time, but like, if I was so sick nasty that I could just be like, I'm good. Dark Gen X just vibing on the UFO.
I just wanted to watch
These are
the blood.
rules to a free for all. free for all logic is you just gotta like, let the other two deal with themselves, and then you show up later.
Does the ping change when the only players who are alive are in the
It's
same
got
region?
to, right?
No, it still looks laggy.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
Last
Are
stop.
ice climbers going to do it?
Oh, it depends. Wobbling is banned on Fourside. I will give this to Bonfire by default. You got it.
Okay.
You gotta. A wobbling is banned on Fourside is so funny.
Mid wobble.
Stop
This
it.
is crazy.
Stop.
Imagine Bonfire still wins though. Oh.
Nana.
Oh. Okay. I misjudged the
This
slide
is
a little
beautiful. I definitely would have gotten rocked here. I'm glad I didn't have to do this.
bit. This is pretty close. This is one of the closer ones I've seen. Everybody's fishing.
I'm gonna up air a little bit more. Maybe if I
my
up
God.
air.
Oh.
Maybe if I up air.
Bonfire wants the up smash. She's like, you're dying one way.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
The ceiling is crazy.
I'm just like, I'm too tense.
Bonfire's no answer.
Oh! Grounded.
That should be it, right?
Up air? Up air? Ah! Fourth row? I don't know.
What?
Oh my god. And it's up there. It's up there to finish it. And Bonfire 10 is the winner of the fight on Fourside, just barely squeaking by. That has been our show. Congratulations to Kevon, our winner of the pundit battle. Congratulations to Bonfire 10, the winner on the sticks. We will see you next time. There's stuff to talk about, so probably a month or two, something like that. Merry Christmas, everybody. Enjoy Plat Fight. Bye.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, thanks everyone.